Yo, if you my homie and you beefing with another one of my homies, right? If I can't stop y'all from beefing, I can't fuck with none of y'all. Years back, it was a situation where one of my friends from another side of town and one of my day ones from my neighborhood, like, they was going through something about like a girl, like, and I knew about it before like it even got to the public, So, and I was like, man, I should call them and be like, man, what y'all niggas doing? Like, like, it's over a girl, it's over some legs. So, but I didn't think it was gonna get that big. So days go by, you start seeing them going back and forth on the internet. The whole city watching them, cause it's public embarrassment. So everybody got a point to prove. I ignored it cause I'm just thinking it's like, it ain't nothing that big. Weeks go by, I get a phone call, like such and such killed such and such. I'm like, damn, you lying. Like, I couldn't believe it because I'm like, nah, I know this ain't happening. When it did happen, like it put me in the middle of something, like not far as like I'm involved, but it's like it put me in a weird spot, awkward spot that like I don't think a lot of people understood, like, because I fell out with his family and all that. My boy that died, I fell out with his family. Even though my day one is my day one, I knew him since I was 3 years old. Like I love him and love his family. They love me, I know everything about him. But this was somebody from in town that like met me through my music and like he'd been showing me love, one of my biggest supporters, and like he ain't never gave me no funny vibe. I used to hang with him. I used to go to his mom's house, his pop's house. You know what I'm saying? Like we made money together, things that I wasn't doing with my day one at this time. I had so much love for him. Like, and he really like was a fan of my music and he really was like talking to me every day like, man, lead the streets, man, go do this rapping. I really think you could do it. Like. It was just somebody I talked to more than I talked to my day one. When he died, it was like, it put me in a weird spot because this person who killed him from my neighborhood, but I got so much love for him and his family know me from being around him now. His brothers, his sisters, his parents. So when he died, I was just put in that tough spot where my mans went to jail for it. He in jail, he fighting the case. And then my other boy, his family grieving. My whole neighborhood wishing my boy a good trial. And my other homie family wishing he get life. So I couldn't go to the trial. I didn't go to the trial not because I didn't want to support my boys, because I ain't have nowhere to sit. It ain't even about letting the streets down or letting nobody else down. It's really about looking in the eyes of people's family, Like once somebody bring you around family, like you family now. And I've been around both of their families. I was on Facebook and I'm saying rest in peace to bro. Ooh, ooh. But at the same time, I'm making songs like free my bro. And I should have left it alone. I should have just like not said nothing about nothing ever. I go on Facebook and his siblings, like his sister, like people screaming rest in peace, but they screaming free his killer. I know that do sound crazy, like, but it's like, dog, like, son, I don't got nothing to do with it, and that shit like really like put me in a tough spot where I really realized that now, like, sometimes you just gotta be hurt by knowing you can't support either side. He not from my neighborhood, so like how would I felt if it went the other way? You feel me? Like going back to my neighborhood every day, knowing the person who killed my mans, I'm still cool with him. It put me in like in a weird situation. I never ever wanted to be in that situation again. That's why, like I always say, I'm gonna stay neutral with any of my friends. Like if they got a problem, I'm going to speak up first. Before it get far, I'm going to speak up because I felt like I should have spoke up the first time. Like that's really like one of like, literally like the most difficult things I ever went through in my life, bro. Like I lost a lot of friends, but that one like was kind of different. He ain't even from my neighborhood, and it's only because I was torn from the fact that like I feel crazy saying rest in peace to him, like because the person who killed him is my boy. If you love somebody, if you love two people and they going through it, if you from the streets and you got two friends that's into it, dog, try your best to resolve it. Because when it get down to the point where there's no point of return, it puts you in a spot where you got to turn your back on one side, and if you don't, you're gonna look crazy to both. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah.
How did that moment change the way you look at loyalty?
Loyalty is based on who give you loyalty. Sometimes you gotta just be loyal to yourself. Being loyal to somebody else means you gotta distance yourself from somebody else. If I pick a side, I lose one of them. But when you lose one of them, this is my theory. If somebody was loyal to me and was my friend and I was going through with somebody and he picked the other side, I'd be mad. Now, if he picked my side, I wouldn't know if I could trust him because how did you just turn on him and you was loyal to him? So sometimes you gotta be loyal to yourself. So that just taught me that.
Now that you talked about it, you feel any better?
I don't feel no better about it. The situation is still the same. I don't know. It just put me through a rough time. So I don't know. It just kind of like it just let me know how tricky the streets is. So it don't make me feel better at all. It just give me a peace of mind knowing that I actually finally talked about it without a therapist, and it's some publication that could at least reach out to the families of my friends, at least let them know where I stand on it, because I never got a chance to explain to them for either side. I'm about to go do a docu series about my life. I know they about to be asking me questions that I really don't want to answer.